Welcome back, you guys. Today we are trying to race my migraine. I woke up this morning at like 2, 3. I didn't look at the clock, but there was time to sleep afterwards. And I could not feel it. I could feel it brewing behind my eyes. And I thought, oh no, I didn't think I was going to get a hormonal migraine this cycle. I had one last time and I didn't think I was going to get one this month. Last month, it knocked me out for about 2 solid days. It was pretty miserable. And I really wanted to jump on top of my home before I get knocked out. I have been doing amazing. I've been doing so well staying on top of everything. My new terrible is so much better than my old terrible. We did go to Sam's Club and bought a bunch of stuff and then didn't put it all away. But I wanted to do a whole reset, make everything a lot better before I'm just like completely knocked out for, I don't know, hopefully only 2 days and trapped inside my nest and just relaxing. Speaking of which, I have been doing a little bit of nesting. You can see it over here. And I've just been relaxing. I want to make that space nice and wonderful and comfortable. And I will sit there, I'm going to watch some YouTube, and I'm going to play my favorite game, Scatter Slots, which we will talk about in a little bit. First, I want to agree with everyone that I was right. You guys were wrong. It is way better for me to just add dishes to my dishwasher without pre-cleaning them. You guys are a bunch of liars. This is way better. I stay on top of my ditches. Oh my Lord. You guys, the migraine is taking away my words. We just have to forget it. I'm staying on top of my dishes so much more. I love it. It's incredible to me. I am throwing dishes in. We're running the dishwasher more often. I bought more dishwashing pods, just to have them. I just feel really good about this. And since I have more time, it just goes so much faster. And since I have a quick early wash, it's easier for me to hit my pots and pans. Whereas before, by the time I filled my dishwasher and I was just like, I don't know, it'd been 40 minutes of me washing. So I didn't want to do the pots and pans. I wanted to ignore the pots and pans. And now, not so terrible. I love that. I also want to update you guys on my horrid RV road trip saga. So I am releasing my pre-recorded content that I had stored up because I was going on this epic 2-month RV trip with my kids and our 2 dogs and our 3 cats, but not my husband because screw that guy. He gets to stay home and work. And that's what happens when you are the patriarchy. You work, I play. That's how it goes. But I had the slide, which is the sides of the RV that come out and come back in to give you more living space, but then come in so you could drive it down the road. That was broken. And I knew there was a slight coolant issue. And when I picked up the slide after it had been repaired, he's like, I can smell coolant. Like, this is not great. And so I drove it home. We filled coolant at the repair place. I drove it home, which was maybe a 7-minute journey. And it was like a third empty of coolant, but not pouring out of the RV. So that's a significant issue. I called from like South Carolina, the border of South Carolina. I live in Georgia, in case you're new. Hi, I'm Beth. Welcome. It's a lot. It's a lot. You're fine. Just stay. You're fine. We're all fine. But I called up to South Carolina and down past Jacksonville, Florida, looking for somebody who would possibly be able to repair my engine. I found someone south of Jacksonville, so 101 miles away from me. And so I was working with the repair company for the warranty. That's what I'm trying to say. For the tow. And that was 9 days ago. And so the warranty company took well over 2 days to like find a company to contract with. How they didn't already have somebody in their back pocket, I do not know. They are specifically for towing RVs, but that's beside the point. So then that company was like, yeah, just send us $500 as a deposit. It's going to cost about $1,300. Yay. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I sent them the money and I'm just like so anxious. My anxiety is so high about this tow. I'm like, they're scammers. It has to be a long-term scam. It just does. Luckily, it turns out they aren't scammers. They are just a wildly crappy company. They are so unprofessional. They would ghost me repeatedly. I would be like checking in, and they would stop answering my call. I'm pretty sure they just memorized my phone number and they wouldn't answer me. And when they finally would, they'd be like, oh, you know what? We were just having a hard time finding a tow to tow you. I'm like, that's fine. Just communicate. Just communicate with me. And then they're like, we have somebody. I finally got them to answer me again. They're like, no, we have somebody Wednesday, Thursday, end of the week, the latest. So I was like, do you have any other information you want to give me? And they're like, no, have fun. And so Wednesday passes, Thursday passes, and I call and they're just like, oh, yeah, that guy canceled. Tell me that. Why did you not tell me that? So Friday, I am like, update anything? They're like, no, we have somebody. He's absolutely going to text you. I was like, do you want to tell me his information? And they're like, no, but he totally exists. He just doesn't go to the school. You don't know her. And so at the end of Friday at 5 p.m., I call and I'm like, Friday's over. I do not have a text message from this tow truck driver that you say exists. And they're like, oh, you know what? We're just going to refund you. We can't find anybody. And I'm like, what the? But they would always start their conversations with like, yeah, we were just about to call you. You liar. You have texted me before. You have skipped my calls. You have left me on red in 2 different text threads. You weren't about to call me. And so they're like, we're just going to refund you. And so I like sent them 7 requests for refund and they finally refunded me. So the end of that saga is they didn't steal my money like I suspected that they were going to steal my money, but they just, I don't know, they just wouldn't communicate and it was driving me absolutely insane. My husband, he called one local company. And they're like, absolutely. Do you want us to be there in 30 minutes? And he's like, no, it's like Easter weekend. Please don't. But I will, like, how about Monday? And they're like, yes. And so I'll just have to contact the warranty company to get them to reimburse me the small amount that they'll reimburse me. But I need the tow to show up. I need the tow to go. I need it to be a go for the tow. I'm sorry, you guys. The anxiety about this tow truck has me so wound up. And that is why I'm super excited to talk about today's sponsor. Did you love that transition? I love that transition. But let's talk about today's sponsor, Scatter Slots. All right, let's get into my nest. I need to tell you something. Scatter Slots, the ultimate casino app, reached out to sponsor today's video, and I'm losing my mind because I've been obsessed with this game since 2017. Absolutely not joking. That's 8 years. I've tried other casino apps and they were so forgettable I can't even name them. Scatter Slots, it's the only one that's kept me hooked. One time I accidentally deleted my account, lost my mind, and their customer support swooped in like heroes to save years of progress. Now, while this community tries and hilariously fails to maintain decorum, the characters in Scatter Slots are straight up feral fantasy. We've got hotties and baddies and spicy adult themes that I am here for. But don't worry, there's also adorable fairy tale vibes. 2 of my favorite slots are pure fantasy magic. You can join a clan to score extra goodies, either hopping into an existing one or starting your own. I'm in a veterans clan and it's like a little bonus family within the game. The music, it's a whole vibe and I love it. It'll live rent-free in your head. I also love playing when binging YouTube in the background. The dopamine keeps coming with mega wins, daily jackpots, side games, and more. Whether you're online or offline, this game's got you covered, making it perfect for travel or cozy nesting sessions. The mission system keeps things fresh, unlocking new slots as you go. The rotating slots let you try ones you haven't earned yet. No repetitive spins here. Not feeling the mission? You can straight up battle people. With 10 million active players, you always have someone to play. Scatter Slots is a whole mood. It's my go-to whether I'm curled up at home or on the road, and I know you'll be just as obsessed. Ready to join the chaos? Click the link in the description or scan the QR code to download Scatter Slots and snag a massive bonus of 12 million bonus coins to kick things off. Let's get feral with those spins. I know it sounds crazy, but I have loved them for years. Anyway, I hopefully it feels legit. Maybe this tow truck driver will show up on Monday. It would be incredible. And then it will take at least a month to fix my RV. Partially because it's the only place for a billion miles, I guess, that will take RVs. They have 2 RV bays. And 10 days ago, when I started this snafu, they had, I think, 3 RVs or 4 RVs before mine. So I have to wait for that repair process to be done for those RVs. My RV will take some time, especially because it's warranty work. It's not that old of an engine. And I purchased a extended warranty when I got the RV, the predatory RV loan, but that's fine. It's fine. And so it's going to take a little bit longer because you just have to get the warranty company to agree and be like, oh, send us screenshots and whatever. Not screenshots, like legit pictures. I just live in a very online world where everything is screenshots and not take a picture of it. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is pivoting my trip. It's just going to be deep summer by the time we can actually get around to it. And it feels very risky to take the pets, like not even the kids, but the pets with us through the deep south, like, or even the desert. We are planning on going through, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, but also like Nevada, Arizona, Grand Canyon situation, like all of those, which just seems really risky because you really have to run the air conditioning like crazy. It doesn't cool down overnight. And like if something were to go wrong, the pets would boil to death. And we don't want that. What I think I could do, I'm itchy. I need to travel. I have the travel itch so badly. I was texting my husband the other night. I was like, what if I just go to London? And he's like, by yourself? And I was like, I cordially invite you if you feel like it. But yeah, I was like, I'll just go over by myself. And he was like, I don't love that idea. And I was like, okay, well, then let's go together. And then I booked it. I was like, let's book it for all of the family, all 5 of us. And then I was on this rabbit chase. So I was like, okay, all 5 of us, we're all going to fly first class. And that was 27 grand. And so I was like, okay, but then we also have to stay in luxury resorts, hotels, like in the thick of it. I want to be next to the tower. And then I stopped looking because I was like, but what if instead, since we're flying first class and playing imagination, what if we went to Japan, which is way more expensive? It's like 40 grand for all 5 of us to fly first class. And so, and then Mark was making a real stick in the mud about this trip. And I was like, it's imaginary money. It doesn't matter if it's 40 grand. And we have to stay in a high-end place like in Tokyo, which I'm sure is cheap. And so then I'm like, fine, then I guess we'll just go to Spain. And so everything, like, I just love doing that. And I'm like, but what if for some reason 5 first class tickets to a highly desirable area was like on sale for $45 each? Like, what if that happened? That'd be so fun. And when I'm imagination traveling, I couldn't possibly not sleep in a lie flat bed internationally, like going overseas, but I've never done. I have never done that. I ride in economy. I do think when we went to London for our 10-year wedding anniversary, we upgraded for more leg room. So that was pretty nice. We were like in an exit row. So yeah, we were really fancy that day. But my imagination refuses. Like I am way too bougie. So why am I talking about this, you guys? Oh, yeah. Okay. For real though, for real. I want to travel and I think I'm going to go to Canada and see how bad it sucks. I believe it probably sucks the most out of everything. It's going to be terrible. I'm going to go to Nova Scotia, which I've heard is ugly. No views. No puffins. There are puffins, you guys. There are puffins. But yeah, ew, Nova Scotia, gross. I was wondering if I should go to Newfoundland. I feel like I say Newfoundland, and that's not it. It's Newfoundland but we don't say Newfoundland. We say Newfoundland. Anyways, that one, but that seems scary because of the ferry, and I'm obsessed with the idea of the RV falling off the ferry. I know it's not reasonable. My anxiety, you guys, is way too high. I have been in constant fight or flight, except for my body does not choose flight. So I'm in constant fight mode. I think everything is a threat and I'm going to fight it. Even my imagination, especially my imagination. Oh my God, that one's the worst. That one is, I should fight my imagination. But I'm kind of in this weird zone where I'm making up really bad scenarios and I need to avoid them. But I will go to Prince Edward Island to see like the Anne and Green Gable stuff and then text my husband about how Gilbert was actually my true love and I settled for him. The age difference would have been really uncomfortable, to be honest. And also he's dead, but he is my one true love. The actor who played Gilbert, not the book Gilbert. Book Gilbert and I can still get married and that's good. That makes me happy. And then I will go to the Canadian side of the Niagara Falls, which is the worst side. Don't listen to literally everybody else. The freedom side's better. Canada, ugh. I bet you Niagara Falls is made out of maple syrup. Gross. But I'm really excited. And then I'll cross over. I have to go see my family in California. But then, like, what if I went and saw what West Canada looks like? It's probably just as bad as East Coast Canada. Like Banff, everybody's like, ew, gross, don't go there. They stole half of the Rocky Mountains. So I'm going to go to their Rocky Mountains and be like, it's not as good as ours. Ours is way better. And I don't know, I'm really excited about it. It seems insane. My husband's like, I don't think I'm going to see you for 7 months. And I'm like, yeah, I planned for that. Like that's kind of what I think too. But I know after like 7 weeks, I'm just going to call him and be like, could you drive me home? I'm so tired of being an independent woman. Like, I just want you to come take over. And it's going to be perfect. That's my general specifics at this time. But yeah, subject to change. Who knows? Maybe I'll be like, oh, you know what? Nebraska is the best place to be in July. And I will go to Nebraska in July. Who knows? I just don't care anymore. I had a very specific plan for my last trip. And now I'm like, let's just see what happens. Like, don't plan. Let's just go off of vibes and see what happens. And I have a 3-month gap between, ideally, when I pick up my RV and when I need to be somewhere. Now, when I announced the cancellation of my trip, I was floating the idea of going immediately after I get my RV back, even if that means I cancel going to VidCon with Calvin. VidCon is a convention for like YouTubers, not like my level YouTubers, but like the high YouTubers. And Calvin really wants to go. He loves, it's just his whole thing. And so I got tickets for it. I've already paid for everything and he really wants to go. And I'm like, I just really was hyper focused on like this road trip, really changing things for my YouTube and just like growing it. And I was really stuck on that idea. And so I was like, maybe I won't go, but no, I'm not going to take that away from him. We're absolutely going to go to VidCon. That is later. I think it's like June 19th. But don't plan your lives around that because that, I don't know if I'm remembering it correctly, but okay, so we'll go around then and then I'll be back and pack it up. So maybe like first week of July. Oh, 4th of July. I might stay and be nostalgic with Mark 4th of July and then go. And then I have Vid Summit, which is a different convention and it's for YouTubers, but like for YouTubers who are YouTubing, like it's like how to YouTube better. It's more of a industry convention than it is a meet and greet convention, which VidCon is. So I'm going to go to Vid Summit and that is in Irving, Texas in October, I believe like October 16th. Also, don't plan your life around that, but do kind of plan your life around that. If you live in like the Dallas-Fort Worth area or within driving distance of that, I'm super down to hang out. I have a feral who wants to hang out with me. Thanks, Angie. I want to hang out with you too, babe. But if you're in the zone, like we'll find a Starbucks or something and then we can get together and I don't know, have it be super awkward. And I love that for us. It's going to be like, oh my God, this is so weird. And I'm going to be so weirdly excited to meet you guys. It's going to be aggressive. I'll try to rein it in, but I will be like fangirling you guys so hard. I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe you like me. I love you. This is so much fun. And it's going to be really intense. And I am looking forward to that. I love how I haven't said anything about this video. Also, look at me clean. Oh, so I'm laying this out and my island is 2 pieces smushed together. And so I try to center things off of the seam that's in the middle. And I was having a hard time locating that seam. Okay, so also among the things that you saw that I did not talk about because I am like really stuck on this RV situation, I have the dehydrator out. I've been making a irrational amount of beef jerky and then we eat it immediately because it's so delicious. And I had just finished a batch at midnight last night and there was no way I was going to take out the dehydrator thingies and wash them at midnight. I was like, no, screw you. So what I'm going to do after this cycle of dishes are done and put away, I'm just going to throw those things because look at my growth. Look at this personal growth. I'm just going to lob that crap in my dishwasher and let my dishwasher wash those dishes. And that's amazing, right? But so that's still out and about. I did move my big Ninja because I replaced my smaller Ninja that I've had for a while. One of those is going to go into the RV, but I put the big Ninja on the countertop. One of you guys made the comment once that said, you're constantly putting away the toaster and the Ninja. Why not leave it out? And I was like, it genuinely did not occur to me to just leave them out for ease of access. So I moved things over. You can kind of see it right here where I'm moving cat food around. That's where the big Ninja is going to go. That's where the toaster goes. I'm not 100% sure where I want to put my tea kettle anymore. Also, I'm struggling. Food popped up under this lid and now I'm having the worst time shutting the lid. So I pull the lid off, which works phenomenally, but then I fight to get it back on. And I'm like, did I break it? I didn't break it. I do get it back on. And since I just bought a giant bag of cat food, it doesn't all fit in there. But I am done with kitten food, mostly because Sweet Potato isn't technically a kitten anymore. And she absolutely loves the grown-up diet cat food. That's her preference. So I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, you refuse to eat other foods? Here, have some diet food. Nest cleans up really easily. Which I'm glad because I am going to be living in it. I'm trying so hard to get through this voiceover so I can have everything done so that I can just sit and relax. That's my husband's laundry I'm digging through. Part of it is dish towels, but then he put his laundry out of the dryer on top of it. And I am absolutely refusing to fold it. No, I'm not folding. That's his to fold. I'm not going to fold it. I don't know why I'm just like digging in. So I pack it up like this. No, I don't. That's not the moment you see it. I'll like suddenly yell it when I realize that the moment comes. But I want to fluff the couch and get everything looking pretty and get rid of the clutter that has accumulated on my ottoman so I can just hang out in this zone. This is where I plan to be. You guys, if you're like, oh, I wonder what Beth's doing, it's this zone. I'm very excited about it. Leave me alone. I finally decided to have Calvin throw out that trash bag that has been hanging out for a while. Okay, so I pick it up. I go set it unfolded on my husband's pillow. I wonder, as a light suggestion. Okay. Oh, that's the receipt for the repair for the slide on the RV, and I just want to hold on to it a little bit longer before I know where to put it. But I was going to show you guys the different tech stuff I bought for the RV and my trip and all that as I was going through it on the RV, but that moment's not happening. I bought all of my pets AirPod trackers, what are those called? Apple trackers. I have tags, the Apple tags, and I bought specific cat collars that hold them. But these little things here are, you punch them into the harness and they're magnetically held in, and there's like a magnet release thing. So people can't just like pop it off of the dog's harness and call it good. You have to use like the magnet back, but that's for Kesha and Leroy. I put it on their harnesses only when we're asleep, like locked in the RV sleeping, is when I take their harnesses off for the night so they don't have to sleep in them. Other than that, on road trips, they're in their harnesses the rest of the day. So I think that's a good solution, because it updates in real time. Like if one of them, and they ping my phone, they're like, whoa, you left this behind. Feels important. Why didn't you have it? And so if for some reason one of the cats escapes, which they won't, the only Blackberry hasn't been on a long road trip. Hot Sauce, Sammy's cat, which is the big reason why we are taking our cats with us, is because of the Hot Sauce Sammy bond. Hot Sauce lived in our RV with us when we were moving from Oregon to Georgia, and we had a gap of time that we were out of our Oregon house, but not yet in Georgia. So we went to my mother-in-law's property in Washington and lived in our RV on her property. And Mark stayed back in Portland to work. It was fun. And so he is like so used to it. Sweet Potato went with us to see a rocket launch that did not happen, which was a bummer, when she was a lot younger. And so only Blackberry hasn't been, but a lot of cats travel really well in RVs. It's not like being in a car. And so, but if for some reason one of them escaped, we would have the Apple tag to be able to track their ID, their location, not their ID, in real time. So that's better. Everybody's chipped. Everybody also has to have, I checked to cross over. I just have to have everybody's rabies vaccine cards with me and be like, no rabies. And so that's beautiful. And I need to check my kids' passports. So all 3 of my kids have passports. We rush ordered all 3 passports because we're like, oh my God, we're going to run out of time. We're going to run out of time because we were going to go join my dad in the Bahamas. He's like, I'll fly you to the Bahamas. And I was like, thanks, Dad. Shut up, Crystal. I know what you're about to comment, Crystal, and you are the worst. Oh, in case you guys are new, Crystal, she's my main mod. She's the literal worst. We hate her. I look forward to meeting her just to punch her in the eyeball. Oh, my husband brought me coffee. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to pause this voiceover for the coffee of it all. Oh my gosh, you guys. He brought me coffee because I asked, I was like, ooh, would you bring me a little, you're so good at editing Starbucks treat? And he said, yes. And then he texts me back later and he's like, I'm sorry. We have been searching. I had a worker try to help me find, an item, but we can't seem to find it. Right then I was worried there was a tick on the bottom of that rug. I also thought there was a tick on my couch. I'm just still really spun up about the fact that I had so many palmetto bugs inside my house that now I just think we're infested with everything. Let's backtrack in this story really quickly. Earlier today, Mark was asking me about like my migraine signs, and because he gets migraines, but he doesn't get auras with his. And I was like, I can see it. It's like, it just gets fuzzy around the edges. It gets brighter around the edges, and then the lights become really intense. Sometimes I get like the QR code aura, like where everything gets a little bit scrambly, glitchy, kind of like spaghetti QR legs. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's a thing that comes on the side of my eye, but I haven't had that. That's not today's. And so he's like, put your feet in warm water. Put your feet in warm water. And I was like, okay, like maybe, but I don't want to climb up on the sink to stick my feet in warm water. So I was like really dismissive about that idea. And I was like, maybe, I'm just going to get this house clean. He had to run errands and do yard work and stuff like that. But he came back with my coffee. And you guys, the thing that he had somebody searching with him for, he bought me a collapsible foot spa, like a little foot bath thing for me to fill with hot water and stick my feet in when I feel the migraine coming. He's like, this is what we couldn't find. It's an Up and Up brand collapsible foot spa. That's so sweet. Like that is just so cute that's what he went out to go get, probably among other things. But yeah, so anyways, I guess I won't kill him. Like maybe, I don't know. Maybe I will. It depends. I have to check the life insurance policy again. I know it's bad. I know I don't get a great payout. Maybe when he's done being a cop, I could like be like, okay, now can I get more money for his death? Because cops, like insurance companies are like, no, we're pretty sure you're gonna die. So like if if the job doesn't get you, it's gotta be all the stress and the monster energy drinks. So but you know, when we're ready, we'll just put a little bit of bleach in the coffee and that's fine. Oh my God, what if there's bleach in this coffee? What if he's tired of my anxiety and so now he's trying to kill me? Like, what if, guys? It doesn't seem beyond the realm of possibilities. And he's like sweetening me up, like, oh, look, I got you a foot bath. There's obviously not going to be bleach in your coffee. I bet he got it like a gift receipt too, so he could just bring it back and get cash to cover up his crime. It's probably an alibi. It's fine. My anxiety's fine. I'm not worried about this. You're not worried about this. Speaking of things I'm not worried about, the entryway. Screw the entryway. It doesn't exist in my world. When I sit in my nest, I can't see it, so I don't care anymore. And at this point, I am just like, I just want the vacuuming, I feel like doesn't do a great job. And this whole time I am raging at the cord. Why is the cord so long? It's so terrible. And it just gets caught up with me and I trip over it and it like catches and I hate it. The whole time I hate it. And I'm thinking about how I'm going to tell you guys in my voiceover how much I hate the cord the whole time I'm vacuuming. And that I think it's just never just the right size. It's never, long enough for me to do the whole house, but it's definitely too long to not be the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And that comes up later. So it's like my Goldilocks cord. It's never just right. I think Goldilocks is one of my favorite stories. Like, what is even the moral for it? Like, if you break into a house, it's fine if you're picky. Like, I don't know. It's wild to me. I don't understand the moral behind it. I don't know what we're trying to teach kids. It clearly wasn't don't break into houses. Oh, you know what? I should probably reference the actual first fairy tale that goes with that. Because I bet you we got the sanitized version. I bet you the bears ripped her apart in the end of the story. I bet you it's like literally they rip all of her limbs off because if you go to like Cinderella and stuff like that, oh my gosh, like birds peck out eyeballs. So I take that back. Maybe the moral of the story is if you break into somebody's house, a bear will rip you in half. All right, we have roach traps under the stove, and that's what I'm checking. Nothing was in it. There's one under my coffee thing. Nothing was in it. We do have some in the garage, like on the sticky tape. But since she came in and sprayed, if you guys don't know, watch my other video where the palmetto bugs are coming into my home and trying to kill me. I scream. I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen me clean my attic and my garage at this point. And so everybody assures me just Georgia, Florida, like palmetto bugs are a thing, but they're giant cockroaches. So it is hard not to lose your ever-loving mind when you see one. One came at me in my room after that, and the bug lady came. I love her deeply. She sprayed all of the house, all of the attic, the garage, and put sticky traps in the garage, and that one has 3 huge cockroaches on it. Okay, watch this for Goldilocks. So I'm raging at it, right? And I'm like, okay, we just have to get to the door. And you see it? I get exactly to the door. It is just right. Wild. I don't even understand how that happened. But that's all the cleaning that I can get done today, or that I felt like getting done today. I wasn't about to try to do my bedroom. The entryway can just be that way. I don't even care. I don't even care to correctly wrap this cord and it starts falling off anyways, but I'm just going to cram it into that closet. And here's the final result. So I did actually, I forgot what I was doing in my life and that I was a YouTuber, and I just immediately nested. So that's why that blanket is out. I cuddled in so hard and the dogs were so excited to see me. And then later when I was sitting down to edit, I was like, oh no, there's no final result. We did nothing in the laundry room. I just wanted to acknowledge that the laundry room is terrible. And all of the dishes fit in the sink, therefore they do not count. I need this little thing that holds my phone when I edit, so I wanted that back. There's the dehydrator that needs to be cleaned, but everything else looks fine. Like, it looks great. I am really excited about this. I am really grateful for you guys for spending time with me today. I'm probably just going to drop off the map for a few days, and I will be right here playing scatter slots. I can't believe I fumbled that. I do hope you guys download it. There is a link in the description box, or you can click the QR code and you will receive a massive 12 million bonus coin bonus when you sign up today. Anyways, thank you so much for spending time with me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.